It is a wonderful day to be an Arsenal fan as Arsenal cruised past West Ham in a 5-star performance. With scoring 5 goals against Sporting CP in the Champions League, they did that again and scored 5 goals, but this time just in the first half. Let's break down the game and see how it went. Now, Arsenal did had some injury concerns before the start of the game, with Thomas Partey being out due to a muscle injury and Mikel Merino also suffering from a knee injury and he could not be started. There were some changes in the team where we saw Kai Havertz starting again and also we saw Trossard taking up the space instead of Martinelli. Arsenal did start the game a bit slow. There were a few nervy moments in the starting where they were not able to control the game, but things changed from the first goal itself. And the first goal came from none other than our tactics of set piece FC. And what was interesting to see here it was Gabriel who was talking to Declan Rice. He was talking to Kai Havertz, Timber, and Saliba to make sure where they are placed. And even before the Saka went to take the corner, he had spoken to Saka and Odegaard making sure where he wanted the ball to be placed. And boy did he deliver. The moment Saka put the pinpoint corner on Gabriel, he scored a wonderful goal which gave Arsenal the first goal of the game. It was a wonderful goal, and then where he pissed it on with celebration of that he has maybe copied but not exactly copied, more like a Batman kind of celebration, but still have some bits and bits copied from Gyökeres. But it was lovely to see Gabriel again in the scoring line and set piece FC strikes back. If you don't understand how one player can really change the whole team, you have to understand what Odegaard is doing for Arsenal currently since the international break and that he has come back. Arsenal have been flowing in their transition, in their style of play that they really want to do. And the second goal, which Trossard scores, I think it is truly dedicated to Odegaard's pass. Saka has a quick 1-2 with Odegaard, and Odegaard lobs the ball for Saka, beating everyone in and giving Saka a clear chance to drive the ball for Trossard. And Trossard, for him, it's just a easy tap in which he takes it perfectly. And this gives Arsenal the second goal in just the 26th minute. And I think after this, the whole dam got broken and there was a flurry of goals for Arsenal. But I think this special goal, we cannot take any credit from Odegaard's pass, which break through the lines, which gave Saka the opportunity to make that run and cross the ball for Trossard just to have a tap in. This third goal from Kai Havertz also comes from Arsenal's electric play, where they win the ball deep in their own half, then they transition it to Trossard, and Trossard with a one-time long ball to Kai Havertz. It is absolutely perfectly placed. Kai Havertz make that run, and if you can see in the images here, he is truly on course. The defenders try to get the ball, but he misplaces it, and then leaves Kai Havertz one-on-one with the keeper. And I think he takes it in a very cool fashion, where he puts in across the keeper, and that's the 3-0 lead for Arsenal in just the 34th minute. After this, and in just a couple of minutes, we see that Saka is fouled in the penalty area and he gets a penalty. Now, all of us were thinking that Saka is going to take it, but it was a good gesture, and I think something that I really admire about this Arsenal team is where Saka goes to Odegaard and says, ask him to take it. I think the interpretation about this over the social media was Odegaard is blessed with a baby, and I think it was that if he can score the goal, he can do that celebration where he can put the ball inside his jersey and make that baby celebration. But I think, irrespective of if the stories are true or not, but I know that he is blessed with a baby. So, but it was really good to see, and I really admire the chemistry that the Arsenal players have. That they are not about like I will score the goal, because we saw one incident a while back with Chelsea where they were Conor Gallagher, Nicholas Jackson, Madueke, and all the other players who were fighting toward taking the penalty. Ultimately, it went to Cole Palmer, but it was not good to see from where you have a dedicated penalty taker. If he's not ready to take it, he's the one who should be giving it to somebody else. And I think it was something that was very impressive from Arsenal, where initially they gave it to Kai Havertz just to give him some confidence, and now Saka and Odegaard, they do switch in between them as a nice gesture. But it was something very good to see. Arsenal looked to be cruising with the game at this point in time where West Ham United fans were also leaving the stadium. You could see over the social media where there are a lot of photos where the fans were leaving because they were already 4-0 down and it was just the 40th minute of the game. But things quickly started to change for West Ham where they got two quick goals in a very quick succession. The first goal came from a brilliantly placed pass which was fed to Van Bissaka, and the pass cut through a whole defense of Arsenal and along with the midfield. If you see here, he tries to place the pass here and it goes through Declan Rice, then it goes through all our centre backs and directly Van Bissaka is put through. And Van Bissaka, all credit to him, he makes that run and he takes that shot perfectly. That gives West Ham United a goal back. And then just a couple of moments later, we see Jorginho foul a player where referee awards a free kick. I think it was a soft free kick. I don't think he got the ball cleanly, but still there was a free kick that was awarded, and Emerson stands up to take that free kick, and boy does he deliver. He puts the free kick on the top right corner. You see here that David Raya is fully stretched, still he could not get anywhere close to the ball. It is perfectly hit, and that got West Ham United the second goal in just a matter of 3 minutes. And this was where things were looking to change for Arsenal and for West Ham United. However, there was one more goal that came along that changed the whole picture before the first half. And this is where Arsenal are rewarded a penalty from a foul by Fabianski on Gabriel, where there was a corner that was supposed to be taken, but Fabianski comes out and tries to punch the ball but punches Gabriel, and the referee is quick to spot it and gives a penalty to Arsenal. This time Odegaard goes to take it, but he gives the ball to Saka, and Saka takes the free kick perfectly, and we are 5-2 ahead on the stroke of halftime. There was one thing that I really admired about, even though Fabianski had 5 goals scored against him, but he made both of those jumps in the right direction, and he was very close to saving both of them. I think maybe having practiced with Arsenal in the past, being an ex-Arsenal keeper, I think he does know where the Arsenal player will be putting it. Even the same goes for the Odegaard shot where he was close to stopping it. He did have a touch on the Saka's shot, but it still went in. But still, on the stroke of halftime, Arsenal looked like they have already won the game, and maybe they could end up getting 7 or 8 goals. But then, as you know, it can only be Arsenal who are 5-2 up in the second half with 11 players, but still they are going back to defensive mode. And they started defending, they started trying to control the game. I really wanted to see more goals. I really wanted to see Arsenal going out, maybe trying to get 2 or 3 more goals. That would have really helped us with the goal difference that we have. But still, Arsenal with 11 men and all the players on the pitch, they went on the defensive mode, and it was all about trying to take control of the game and trying to see it through. Now let's look at some of the amazing stats that Arsenal had that I saw in this game. Now Arsenal in the past 2 Premier League seasons, they have scored 19 goals from corners and 28 goals from set pieces. Now we are called a set piece FC for a reason, and these stand out for it. Now in terms of assists, now Bukayo Saka has come to the 10th. This was his 10th assist. I think it would have been 11th if would have got an assist for the penalty that Odegaard took. But still, I don't think they give assist for penalty, so it's still 10. And the second player in the top 5 European leagues to have the most assists is none other than our own Nuno Tavares. So you see he has 8 assists. He's also playing very well, at least on the attacking side. I don't know about how good is he doing defensively. Then we have Yamal at 7, then Harry Kane, Neves, Rafinha and Salah on 6th. Now if you see, Bukayo Saka has 10 assists in Arsenal's 13 Premier League games this term. Only Cesc Fabregas, which was in back in 2014, 2015, 12, Mesut Ozil back in 15, 16, 12, and Harry Kane back in 2020, 2021 season have reached 10 assists in a fewer of team games from the start of the season in the competition. That is some incredible stats for Bukayo Saka. And I think if you compare it with Henry and De Bruyne having 20 goals and assists with like at least only 1/3 of the season has passed, we have a lot of games to go. I think Bukayo Saka might just be able to break that. but we have to see. He still needs to perform at a very high level in order to beat that. That is a very high number of assists. West Ham versus Arsenal is only the fourth Premier League game to see 7 goals in the first half alone. After Blackburn versus Leeds back in September 1997, Bradford versus Derby in April of 2000, and Reading versus Manchester United in December 2012. Arsenal have also scored 5 plus goals in 5 away games in all competitions in 2024, a joint record that is held by English top flight team in a single calendar year, which is with Sunderland in 1892 and Manchester City in 1937. They are in some top form right now. Only 2 players this season have scored and assisted in 4 different Premier League games this season, and only 2 players have directly been involved in 15 plus goals and assists this season, which is Bukayo Saka and Mohamed Salah, both of them in top form right now. Bukayo Saka was given player of the match and his numbers speaks for himself. He has 9 touches in the opposition box, 5 duels won, 4 chances created, 2 by 3 take-ons completed, 2 shots, 2 assists, 1 goal, and now he has 15 Premier League goal involvements this season. That is tremendous. And I think he should have got one more if I'm just a bit greedy, but you don't get assists for the penalties, so it still remains 10 for him. In terms of the stats, West Ham had 40% possession to Arsenal's 60. The expected goal ratio again for Arsenal it was 3. For expected goal ratio for West Ham it was 1.46 from 2 chances created for them to 5 big chances for us. Total shots was 12 to 16. Goalkeeper saves 2 is to 3. Corner kicks 2 is to 10. Fouls 10 to 13. Arsenal had 472 passes to West Ham 313. Tackles were 22 to 17. Free kicks 13 to 8. And 4 yellow card for West Ham and 1 yellow card for Arsenal. In terms of the player performance, I think Bukayo Saka stood out. Trossard also has a good game. I think Kai Havertz was also trying to do whatever he can do. Martin Odegaard was influential when he is playing Arsenal's attack and Arsenal midfield. They start clicking. I think Julian Timber was average. I think he didn't do anything well. I was really expecting a bit more from him, seeing the performances that he has put in the previous games. William Saliba was good. Gabriel Magalhaes, I don't know what to say. He has been exceptional, scoring the opener for Arsenal. Ricardo Calafiori, he had to go out due to an injury, and Gabriel also had to go out due to an injury, which Fabianski, when he was trying to come out for the corner, he hit Gabriel Magalhaes. So he went out a bit. We had a lot of substitution that had come in. Kivior, I think he did come on, and I think he performed a decent outing for him. Now Zinchenko, I don't think he was influential at all. I really wanted to see him maybe do a bit more on the ball since Arsenal had more of the possession. Raheem Sterling, he was average as well. I think there were a couple of chances where I felt like he should have passed a bit earlier, but maybe they were just trying to control the game. Gabriel Jesus, not influential at all. Anbury, he just had maybe 8 or 9 minutes on the of the game, so I don't think it's enough to rate him. But I think in overall the team had a decent performance with a lot of goals scored. But I think they really dropped in the second half, just trying to manage the game out. Now let's look at some of the things from the post-match conference. When Bukayo Saka on the win, it was a very strong start. We remember we played similar like this last year, so we wanted to start strong, and we definitely did that. And then he says on Odegaard on the first penalty that he gave, it was nice. Martin is a top player. He has been playing so good since he has come back, and he wanted to take the penalty to score today. I'm more than happy to give him the ball because he always gives me the ball. I think that is true. And Bukayo Saka, I'm just constantly looking to improve, create, and score for this team. I'm playing with confidence. I want to continue like this. I like to score and create. Uh, but the biggest pleasure is winning. So do let me know your thoughts in the comment section. What do you think about this game? Even though Arsenal cruised past West Ham, do you think that we really missed Thomas Partey and Mikel Merino? And do you think we should have them back as quickly as possible because we have some difficult games coming up? And what do you think about who was the best player on the pitch apart from Bukayo Saka? I know he was the best one, but what do you think about all the other players who played? And that is the video then and there. Don't forget to like, share and subscribe, and I will see you in the next video. Thank you.